So for niche, I did, and this isn't my target audience, this isn't my niche, it's just an example. So the niche I went with is cruelty-free vegan products, okay? So this is what I would be focusing on selling. This is going to go the route of things I want to promote. So what's the word I'm looking for? I can't remember it. So you have like categories and then subcategories. So as you can see, for vegan products, I'm focusing on body, I'm focusing on hair, and I'm focusing on face. But you then want to break that down even more because body could mean a million things, hair could mean a million things, and face vice versa. So you want to break between your niche and your target audience. You want that main category, but you want all these subcategories too. I don't know what you're saying to me. So we have body right here. So for body, I would then focus on lotion and scrub. Yes, there are a million other things you could focus on when it comes to body, but when it comes to your niche and when it comes to your target audience, you want to make sure they are things you are passionate about. So this is why I am choosing these two things for body. So you would focus on, as I just said, lotion and scrub. There's a million other things. For hair, I'm going to focus on shampoo, conditioner, and mousse. So when it comes to hair, you could not only mousse, you could focus on hairspray, you could focus on styling tools, you could focus on, what's another example? You could focus on like a scalp scrub. So there's so many options for hair, but you want to narrow down, and I'm gonna get into that more of the target audience, but your niche, you want to narrow down into those subcategories because it's going to help you to create content in the long run. So next, we would say our niche is gonna be about vegan products and face, and I'm gonna focus on exfoliators, face washes, and foundation. Face, your niche could be a million things about face. You could be promoting a million different things. You could be promoting mascara, lipstick, lip gloss, lip balm, eyeshadow, blush. You could be focusing on retinol, brightening treatments, eye creams, eye serums. So there's so many different things. The reason you want to narrow down your niche, and let me say this right now, if you are new to affiliate marketing or watching our trainings, we always recommend you start with promoting one product, one thing. Get that down, understand funnels and all of that before you dive into more, because it will just get confusing. So right now you might be looking at me talking about this niche and showing it to you, and you're probably like, oh my gosh, that's so many things, that's so many products. But if I'm just starting out, there is no way I would go about talking about all of this and talking about all of these products. So you want to niche down, but you also only want to choose one thing in the beginning. So this is about niche. Andre, for another example, because we promote totally different things, niche-wise, what would you do for something else? I'm trying to give another example. So we did beauty. What's another one we could talk about? You always talk about dogs. So for example, if we did like the dog niche, you could do
You could do like Rottweilers and
no. You're getting confused on what I'm saying. So I would do like dog food. And then dog food, I would then go to, is it wet food, dry food? You could also, dogs, you could do dog toys. Are they squeaky toys? Are they stuffed animal toys? Do you get what I'm doing? No? Okay.
no.
So that's another like example for dogs. So this is just a breakdown. What I recommend doing is, if you have your phone or if you can take a screenshot of this, because when you're going to break down your niche and to break down your target audience, this is going to help you. Also and I'm going to go over to the target audience next, but also in the group, if you go to the resources, the post labeled resources at the top of the group, I did another, it was either Niche or Target. I did another training sort of like this, but way more in depth. So go and watch that too, but definitely take a picture of this because as I said, as you're going to figure yours out, this is going to help you. Obviously, this is not what yours is going to look like, but it's just nice to have that layout to give you an idea of what you are going to go look for. Okay, so next we have on the right side, target audience. So again, niche is what you are promoting, and target audience is the people you are targeting. So for these cruelty-free vegan products, who do I want to target? The reason you don't, like there are lots of people in the world, but the reason you don't want to target everybody is because you would, how do I word this, Andre? You don't want to target everybody because why? What's the word I'm looking for?
Oh, because you can't get everybody.
Like, yeah, that's the thing. Like, you can't get everybody. Your content's not going to speak to everybody. You will actually do way better with the target audience because just like your niche, you're going to have those main categories and then you're going to break it down even more and have those subcategories. So we're going to go over to the right side of the screen for my target audience and we're going to look at demographics. So you always want to figure out the demographics of your target audience. So for me, I'm choosing, my thing's in the way. What does that one say? Ages. Okay, so for me, I'm choosing women ages 25 to 54. I'm choosing moms and I'm choosing minimalists. The reason, like, yeah, I could choose men, but I also, before making this, even though it's not my things, even though it's not my target audience, I still did research on it. Go to Google, type in your questions. A lot of research comes up that you can put together. But I'm choosing women for what I'm going to because they buy a lot more beauty products than men. Yes, men buy beauty products, but the percentage is not as high as women. I chose age 25 to 54 in my reasoning, and that's actually sort of my demographic for my actual business too. And that is because at the age of 25, ideally people should get into it a lot sooner, but we don't. We get to that age 25 and you're like, oh my gosh, I need to start getting into a skincare routine. And then you have people who are 54 or nearing 54 and they're like, oh my gosh, I wish I took way better care of my skin when I was younger because now I'm trying to reverse all the damage I did. So that is why I choose that age range. And I'm choosing, I didn't have to choose moms, but I'm choosing moms because as a mom, I know what it feels like to want to take care of myself. I know what it feels like to look tired and not want to look tired. So that's why I would choose moms. Minimalist. What do I mean by that? And I'm using myself as an example for this because I sort of did my own demographics with some research, but I'm choosing minimalist because I want those moms who want the bare minimum, but that bare minimum. So for example, if they're using a body lotion and they fall in love with it, they're going to keep coming back for it. Like for their face as well, face wash, they're going to keep coming back for it. Like they don't want all those fancy dancy things. Like they just want what they need day to day, and that's all they want. Like they don't want eyeshadows, they don't want blushes. Like they are just focused on the minimal things that's going to make them look better, feel better. So that is why I also put that for my demographics. So my next category, because I'm doing cruelty-free vegan products, my target audience, I would choose vegetarians. And some people might be like, oh my gosh, that's not a wide range of people, even though these days I feel like it's a very wide range of people. And again, you are not wanting to target everybody. You want to break down your target audience so small because you will actually reach your target audience. When you figure it out like this, you're going to reach all those people. You're going to reach more people because your content's going to be screaming, hey, you, I'm talking to you, instead of like, oh my gosh, I'm screaming out to the world. So when it comes to vegetarians, my content is also, not only is it going to be focused around vegetarians, but my subcategories, I'm also going to focus my content on reaching that target audience who is about organic things. They're about ingredients, natural ingredients, and they're focused on eco-friendly things. So yes, you want or I'm going to say, I want to focus on vegetarians, but I also want to focus on these other three things because maybe these other three things will reach somebody who's not a vegetarian, but the organic, the ingredients, and the eco-friendly, those all sort of go together. So again, if I don't reach that vegetarian, I'm most likely going to reach those subcategories for an audience. And then the next thing, oh, I don't know why I cut part of that off. I don't know how to get that in. And the next thing you want to look at is somebody's lifestyle. So for my target audience, I want people who are going to have a medium to high income. And yes, that you want to focus on somebody's income. Andre, do you have a better explanation for that? Like why, when you're choosing your target audience, like you need to take somebody's income into consideration?
Yeah, because so the reason why you want to do that, it's not like we're what's that word again? Excluding everybody, but of course you know this is your business, so you want to try to find the people who is willing to do business with you. So when you put your content out there or you put your information out there, you have to be crystal clear as to who you're targeting. Otherwise, you're just gonna end up with a bunch of people, you know, from either different countries, different, you know, categories, and then you know you're gonna put in all that work and you're not gonna get anything in return. So.
Yeah, thank you. That's like what I was looking for, but you just explained that better. Also, so when it comes for lifestyle, I want women in their 25 to 54. They're moms, but they are professional. So in this case, I'm not targeting myself. Like I'm targeting someone who goes into a job. They have an office job. Maybe they're a CEO of a company. So for another example, you may want to, so stay-at-home moms, we can have medium to high incomes, so you could still target somebody like that, and then instead of professional, you could be targeting a stay-at-home mom or a stay-at-home dad or vice versa. You could be targeting a teacher. Your target audience could be the healthcare profession. So their lifestyle, you want to break that down. So with their income, with their job, I need to minimize this because it's cutting off my other stuff. Hold on. How do I get out of this now? Oh, Lord.
You'd have to stop sharing your screen.
Okay, hold on 1 second. I'm going to stop sharing my screen so then I can pull this back up. I'm now going to go to share screen. And if you guys have any questions, go ahead and pop them in the chat. See? And now it's doing that. And we will answer them as soon as I am done doing this. I can't make it smaller.
That looks like social medias.
Oh, here we go. I just did it. Okay, so then as lifestyle as well. Oh, come on. Oh, I can see it on yours though, but I can't. Okay, we're gonna hold this down. Lifestyle as well, I would focus, so I'm focusing on people who are professional, but I'm also focusing on, so from that, I'm focusing on people who always want to look their best. Because someone might be professional, but they really don't care what they look like, and that's fine, but those aren't the people I want to target. So you need to get super specific. Sometimes writing it out can feel super awkward because you feel like you're judging people in a way, but you're not judging people. As Andre said, this is your business and you really have to like deep dive really low.
It's the same thing when Walmart know their target audience. They know who's gonna come to their store. The same thing with like
TJ Maxx.
TJ Maxx. Everybody, because you have some people like to shop at Walmart, and some people like to go to Target.
Yep. Some people like to go to Macy's.
You know what I mean?
So it's like all
everybody
these companies out
have their
there,
own clients.
They have their target audience. And then for my last thing for lifestyle is love social activities. So maybe after work, they go out to the restaurant, they go out to the bar, they go out dancing. Maybe they just go to a friend's house and hang out with a bunch of coworkers. I just want those social people. So when it comes to your target audience, definitely make sure you have lifestyle, demographics. The vegetarian thing I sort of wanted to throw in there because it's not so common you see something like that. But because of my niche, that's why I wanted to break down the vegetarian part. When it comes to lifestyle, you could also add in people's values. You can add in their concerns. So actually, even for example, for my lifestyle target audience where I put they always want to look their best, that could be a concern for somebody. And what they love, because you also want to focus on that too, that could be love social activities. So definitely nitpick your target audience. Like you can't, even though this isn't your niche, but I'm going to use the word niche, like you can't niche down enough when it comes to your target audience, because the more specific you get, the better you're going to be able to create your content, create your videos, and to reach your target audience to eventually sell what you are promoting.
Yeah, it's just like you can't sell ice to Eskimos. They're not going to buy it.
Right. I'm going to leave this up for one more second in case you need to screenshot it, and then I'm going to close out of this screen. Hold on, I'm trying to get up that other part. Come on. Well, if anybody didn't screenshot it and you want it, I will post it. Oh, there we go.
Just don't touch it.
I'm not touching it. So if anybody wants to screenshot that or take a picture of it, go ahead now so you can look back at it to help with your niche and target audience.
And save it. Like save it,
Yeah.
Put it up, like use this. When you create your content, this is what's going to make your life so much easier. Because a lot of people just think that, hey, let me just get an affiliate link and start posting about it. Yeah, you can go, but if you don't know what you're posting about or you don't know who you're talking to, it's going to be difficult. And
Yeah.
it doesn't matter what niche you're in, whether it's beauty, whether it's automotive, whether it's, home stuff, anything. It's the same thing with iPhone. iPhone know their target audience because they know every year they're going to come out with the same iPhone, but they just call it a different name. Yeah. iPhone 25. But it's the same phone. They probably enhance a couple of different things, but it's the same thing. They know their people.
Yeah. And one other thing too that I will say, because I know like that the whole niche thing and target audience and breaking it all down like this can get overwhelming and confusing. So if you have questions like with your categories and subcategories, or you need recommendations, go ahead and post your questions in the group, and we are happy to help you figure this out, because we know it can be difficult, especially when you're first starting out. Okay, I'm gonna stop that screen. I'm gonna stop share. How was that? And
Excellent.
like I said, in this group, awesome. In this group, at the top where the post is labeled resources, go there, and I do like an hour training on how you should talk to your target audience. So definitely check that out too, because it's totally different than this. Okay.
That was cool.
All right. Let's see. Penny, what if you are doing coaching?
Yeah, it's the same concept.
Yeah, so like Andre just said, it's the same concept. Let me give you an example. Let me see. The coaching question, are you more stuck on the niche aspect or the target audience aspect? Niche, okay. Now I have to look at my mind map to be like, okay, I got to give her some ideas off of this. Let me pull this up.
Yeah, but coaching on what though? Because coaching
right,
is that's the thing.
So
that's
Penny,
the first thing you have to identify.
Coaching on what? And then I can help you out with that example.
That's the first thing you have to know. Because coaching is it's huge. So it's like, what would you want to coach on?
And if anybody else has any questions, go ahead and type them into the chat. Okay, that's what I was going to assume, Penny, after what we talked about, but I wanted to make sure. So, for example, because she was in the police work, like that's what she wants to focus on. So your niche, let's see.
Okay, like protecting yourself from like scams and stuff like that.
Like I said, I have to.
That's cool.
To go back to my mind map to give you an example. So let's give her a category and a subcategory. So protecting yourself against. So one of your categories, Penny, it could be home, like your house, right?
Yeah.
Homeowner.
Yeah.
And then your subcategory.
It could be scams on
break-ins, like.
No, I would say like more of like, phone scams, email scams. You get a lot of different emails, and people click on them and they get scammed. It could be Facebook scam. It could be Bitcoin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so you could do
Fraud, fake account of people creating accounts with celebrities and stuff like that. So I would target.
No, we're talking niche, not target audience.
So
See, you're mixing them up too.
no. Let me see.
Yeah, see, we still we've been doing this for how long, and we still have to look at a map to help break
Creative
things down.
niche.
So, I mean, even honestly, I would still go with homeowners as a category. For example, where my friend lives this past summer, there was an electric company going around to people's houses